It's a warm, sunny September morning here at the Mispillion Harbor near Milford. The harbor connects the Mispillion River to the Delaware Bay and is also a prime spot for horseshoe crabs.
This is a really critical spot for horseshoe crabs, red knots, and also there's birders that come out here and other ecotourism.
But that habitat is threatened by storms, especially nor'easters that overtop this rock wall designed to protect the harbor, but hasn't really been working that well, especially when facing big storms.
Every time there's a coastal storm, a nor'easter, the water actually goes over the rock wall. And every time the water goes over the rock wall, it causes more and more erosion of back beach, which is the specific habitat for the horseshoe crab and red knot. And we've seen increased habitat loss every year in every coastal storm.
So to improve the protection of the harbor and the beach, workers are doubling the height of the rock wall using these giant rocks called R7s.
So what we first do is lay down a filter fabric, and that filter fabric will stop the water from coming through. We lay down a smaller stone, it's called R3. It makes a smooth surface so that when you put the R7 on top of it, you have a locking mechanism so you don't have water coming in and going through.
Once the rocks are in place, more than 4,000 dump trucks will travel down this road, delivering more than 46,000 cubic yards of sand. That extra sand will create a beach on the backside of the rock wall, a beach that could become home for thousands of horseshoe crabs.
And that's going to create over 4 acres of potential habitat for horseshoe crabs, which will spawn and then provide that habitat for red knots and a variety of other shorebirds.
The project is funded with Hurricane Sandy relief money, in part because of the damage that storm did here. And as bad as hurricanes are, nor'easters often cause more damage.
During a nor'easter, we're going to have waves coming from the northeast direction, and currently there is no rock to withstand that force. So every time there's a nor'easter, water's rushing through a breach. There's actually a breach to the north of the rock wall, and we're getting these large waves and large erosion on every nor'easter.
A little further north, more Sandy money will help fund improvements to the Ted Harvey Wildlife Area south of Dover. Originally built to control mosquitoes, this impoundment is a prime spot for waterfowl, drawing hunters and birders alike. But this dike breach has rendered the impoundment unusable.
We're going to be starting that project at the end of September, the very beginning of October. It's 40,000 cubic yards of dirt that is going to be coming out. We're trucking it in, we're placing it down, we're using bulldozers to grade.
Those repairs should be finished by next fall. Both projects are part of the state's Bayshore Initiative, a program to improve the coastal area along the Delaware Bay.
These are the restoration components of the Bayshore Initiative. So once we restore the habitat, we want to be able to allow the future generations and future people to come out and enjoy these habitats.